Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. We're glad that you're here. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
And together we're Backyard Musings, the Science and Technology channel.
Yep. And today we're talking about another health topic.
Yeah, and I like this because I've got osteoarthritis in the knee and ankles, and that's inflammation. So I really like the producers knocked it out of the park with this one.
And what do you do for that?
For my knee, I've got this. It's funny that you asked, Scott. I was at the county fair, and there was a booth guy set up, and he saw me kind of limping, and he said, "Hey, is it your ankle or your knee?" And I said, "It's my knee." He said, "Well, come on."
He sold
over
his
here.
snake oil.
I just rub that snake oil on, rub it all over. No, but he's got a device that's electrical surge, and it fatigues the muscles that are inflamed, and that causes the muscles to relax and not cause any pain. So it's not a cure; it's pain management. So when I use it, it's about I get depending on what I'm doing, about an hour and a half relief after I use it. That's helpful when I go to sleep.
Did they have one that can go on your head muscle to relax your head muscle?
I don't think they want, because they can't put it on the chest. They don't want you to do that. That'll affect. So they probably don't want messing with the brain waves. That would be mind control. But yeah, it's little devices.
Certain people's brains.
It's little devices that you stick on like a buckle almost, that you buckle onto the Velcro thing that attaches to your leg.
It looks like a knee. It almost looks like a knee brace.
Yeah, like a knee brace. It's got two Velcro wraps, and then so this device, the round device, it has it buckles on, and then you can put another one that's got a wire that goes to another, so it's hitting two diodes, and there's two of those on that knee brace, so it's hitting four. You get four electrical, and it's an electrical impulse. You can feel it, and you could go really high and it hurts, or you can go low, depending on how deep you want to.
So you could use it as a motivation for somebody, like if you don't get on the project or get going, I'm going to stick this on your knee, and like a prodder.
Like anything, Scott, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink. You know what I'm saying?
Opposition in all things. So, okay,
I'm catching what you're pitching.
Let's talk about this.
Scientists have uncovered a previously underexplored mechanism that may act as one of the body's natural off switches for inflammation. Your body is constantly fighting microscopic battles. The surprising part is not how inflammation starts, but how it knows when to stop. Now, scientists at University College London say they have uncovered one of the body's hidden off switches for inflammation, a discovery that could eventually lead to new treatments for diseases ranging from arthritis to heart disease. Would you like to know more?
The study, published on January 16th of this year in Nature Communications, identifies a group of naturally produced fat molecules called epoxy oxylipins that appear to calm the immune system before inflammation spirals out of control. Researchers found these molecules can block the buildup of inflammatory immune cells linked to chronic disease and tissue damage.
Inflammation is both essential and potentially inflammation. Did I say information? Inflammation is both essential and potentially dangerous. In the short term, it helps the body destroy infections and repair injuries. But when inflammation lingers for months or years, it becomes a driving force behind some of the world's most common illnesses, including diabetes, cardiovascular disease, autoimmune disorders, and even neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's.
This study focused on an overlooked biological pathway involving enzymes known as cytochrome P450S or P450s, which transform fatty acids into signaling molecules called epoxy oxylipins. Earlier animal research hinted these compounds might reduce pain and inflammation, but their role in humans had never been mapped in detail.
To investigate, researchers triggered a controlled inflammatory inflammatory response in healthy volunteers using injections of UV-killed E. coli bacteria into the forearm. Okay. The temporary reaction caused redness, swelling, heat, and pain similar to what happens after infection or injury. You just do that with the histamine. When you're taking histamine shots to build up your immunity, that's what it does. It gets red and inflamed and hot. Oh, okay.
Okay, that's interesting. Using injections of UV-killed E. coli.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Participants then received a drug called GSK 2256294, which blocks an enzyme known as soluble epoxide hydrolase. Normally, that SEH is what they're calling it here, rapidly breaks down epoxy oxylipins. By blocking the enzyme, researchers were able to increase levels of the molecules naturally produced by the body. The experiment tested two scenarios. Some volunteers received the drug before inflammation started, while others received it after symptoms had already appeared, mimicking real-world treatment.
In both groups, the drug significantly increased levels of key epoxy oxylipins, especially a molecule called 12,13 EPOME, EPOME. The treatment also sped up pain resolution and sharply reduced levels of intermediate monocytes, immune cells increasingly linked to chronic inflammatory disease. Interestingly, the drug did not dramatically reduce outward signs of inflammation like redness or swelling.
Many anti-inflammatory drugs suppress broad parts of the immune system, which can leave patients vulnerable to infections or other side effects. In contrast, the newly identified pathway appears to selectively limit harmful immune escalation without shutting down normal immune defenses.
Quote, our findings reveal a natural pathway that limits harmful immune cell expansion and helps calm inflammation more quickly, said first author Dr. Olivia Bracken from the UCL Department of Aging, Rheumatology, and Regenerative Medicine. Continuing her quote, targeting this mechanism could lead to safer treatment that restores immune balance without suppressing overall immunity.
Okay, well, here's going to be a word butcher. The research discovered that 12-13 what is that? EPOME?
Yeah.
Okay. Works by interfering with a cellular signaling pathway called P38, MAPK, which helps drive the transformation of monocytes into more inflammatory states. When researchers blocked this pathway, inflammatory monocyte levels fell dramatically. The work also revealed an unexpected twist about these immune cells themselves.
Intermediate monocytes are often considered harmful because they are elevated in diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, obesity, HIV, Graves' disease, and tuberculosis. But the new findings suggest the cells may play a more complicated role in the short term. They appear to help support certain T cells involved in healing and immune regulation. When they persist too long, however, they may contribute to chronic tissue damage.
The dual nature could explain why chronic inflammation is so difficult to treat. Quote, this is the first step to map epoxy oxylipin activity in humans during inflammation. That's according to the corresponding author, Professor Derek Gilroy of the UCL Division of Medicine.
The researchers say the findings could eventually open the door to new therapies for rheumatoid arthritis and cardiovascular disease. Because GSK 2256294 has already been tested in humans and shown to be well tolerated, future clinical trials may move faster than they would for an entirely new drug.
Okay, well, I don't need to read that paragraph again, so we're done. We're done.
It's an important paragraph.
Well, at least that number. Where did they come up with that number? GSK 2256294.
Why don't we just call it the Steve gene?
Did they have 2256293 before they had 6294? I'd really like to do a segment maybe just on how they came up with those numbers.
Oh, the numbering nomenclature?
Yeah, how they do that. That's
not it.
No. Yeah. Next. Okay.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you in the morning.
See you tomorrow. Take care. Thanks.